When the seller realizes and wakes up in the middle of the night and goes, oh, I thought I was getting this, but now I have capital gains tax. Now I have the note he's asking me to hold. Now I have the broker's commission. And now I've got to leave $2 million in working capital.
Yeah.
What am I walking away with?
Yeah.
Why would I do this deal? This is not a good deal. And trust me, I have seen deals blow up, and I've told people this deal is not going to get across the finish line. I can tell you because I've seen it. I've closed over 12. That's what I've closed, over 1,250 transactions. Think about all the deals that we got approved that we didn't close, right? Yeah. So I have a little bit of experience.
So
right?
How have you seen the successful acquirers navigate that conversation up front before? Because a lot of these conversations is because it gets anchored pre-LOI or during LOI, and then you have to go back and retrade afterwards. Yeah. What have you seen like the master acquirers, or how have you seen it done in a good way up front where it flows and it ends up closing without any issues, hopefully?
Yeah, a lot of people just want to put in they want to get the deal. Yeah. Right. And so they just put in the LO, we're going to do an average working capital peg of the last 12 months, blah, 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 blah. Right.
Yeah, it's vague.
Right. Do they really understand? And to your point, and you said it, the sellers don't.
Right.
They see that verbiage. Remember, maybe they're a baby boomer. Maybe they're old. They're like me. And they haven't gone through an acquisition. They built a business despite themselves. It's successful. This is the first time that they exit. They don't understand what that means. To your point, Jay, guy says 300, wife says $1 million, it's $1,050,000. Imagine if normal working capital average peg and that seller was the guy and he thinks it's 300,000. Now you hit him up with the $1,500,000. You tell me what happens with that deal.
Yeah. Blew up.
Yeah, blew up. It's exactly what happens. So how do you do it? When I do it and I sit down with sellers, I say to them, I'm not going to leave this to the purchase agreement or the stock purchase agreement, whatever the case may be, because I've seen too many deals blow up. We need to have the conversation and we need to be on the same page now. And I'd rather do it now and lose the deal than 2 months after due diligence, time, money, everything, and lose the deal, right? So a lot of times what I am going to do personally is say, okay, Mr. Seller, I want to explain to you the number that I think this business needs to adequately run on a day-to-day basis. And I want to put that number in the LOI. And in my last deal, we did. And then 2 weeks before closing, the seller still came back and said, I don't want to leave you that much.
Yeah.